In 2002, to coincide with the release of the incredible Galidor TV series,
Come on. Oh, come on, what's the matter? Didn't eat your spinach? I'm new. I'm back.
LEGO released a McDonald's tie-in promotion where you could get any of these 5 figures with your Happy Meal at the time. This was following the success of the Bionicle promotion that they had done last year, another original theme with strange non-LEGO elements. This is what the outside of the package looks like. It was one of the last of the McDonald's promos that actually used real LEGO pieces of some sort in their promotions. Modern LEGO McDonald's promotions just use paper or non-LEGO elements. However, these Galidor promotions use all real LEGO, and as well the Galidor joints, using the rubber axle system rather than the famous ratchet joints from Galidor, which however leaves them really dangly and wobbly. I guess this is just a way to cheap out on the construction. The first set we'll look at in depth is the Nick Bluetooth. This is very infamous for being one of the worst LEGO sets of all time, and I think it mostly deserves that. This is definitely a weirdly proportioned representation of the Nick Bluetooth Deluxe figure, with the hair not even being painted in, instead just having the same silver color all the way around. The speckle on the black robot arm looks really good, however, and I do think there are some redeeming features of it. It's nice how you can attach all of the legs and limbs and that and move them around just like normal Galidor ones, and they are mostly compatible, but they never feel like they're really fully connected, and you can't rotate them as easily. Definitely a downside. With the normal Galidor joints, you can rotate them, and they have the satisfying click when you move the joints. Here he is side by side with the actual Nick Bluetooth Deluxe. This is what they were trying to go for, and it's clear that it's been already a downgrade from a figure that people already don't like the look of. I think there's a lot that's being lost in the Galidor translation, but the fact that the limbs can be switched is a nice feature. I just wish that they were ratchet joints. The Euripides and Nepal from this series aren't so egregious, mostly because they're already trying to represent alien characters. While they are weirdly proportioned, I think they look a bit better than the Nick Bluetooth counterpart. You might also notice that they have screws on the back of all the torsos. I think this is just a way to assemble these on the cheap. Normally Galidor toys have all of the joints molded together and they can't be separated. There's also a good time to mention that the figures are about twice the height of a normal minifig, which is not bad, but they are quite a bit smaller than the Galidor ones. Normally Nepal is supposed to be around half the height of the tallest figure, but they're all around the same size here. Comparing the Euripides head from the promo to the actual figure, you can see that it's significantly smaller. And another important detail is that it actually has a molded ponytail. So the designers have talked about before that Euripides was meant to have a ponytail on the back, the same as the Allegro one had, but it was cut last minute, leaving that big hole at the top. The compatible joints do mean that you can put the ratcheted normal Euripides head onto this McDonald's promo, and it fits pretty well. Ultimately, the receiving ends of these McDonald's promo joints are a lot better. Here they are next to the Euripides and Nepal main figures. You can see that the Nepal is actually based off of the Nepal and Schimmel version, which is sort of the standard and not deluxe version. You can also see that they are missing their signature staffs, which are big parts of the characters in the show and in the figures, which actually brings us to the next two characters to talk about. The Gorm and Jens in this series actually both have staffs that never appear in any other source material. It's strange that the characters that have show-specific staffs don't have them, while these two were given them, with Gorm's one meant to look like one of his bug projectiles from the Deluxe series. The Jens is also lacking the detail that the normal figure has with the moving eye and hair, and it really lets down this version of Jens. The Gorm as well is missing all of the incredible purple detail that the original figure has, being entirely black except for the green eye. The Jens figure can also hold the staff of any other normal Galidor figures. Here they are side by side with their normal counterparts. You can see that these two figures have a significant drop down in the high level of quality. The printing especially is something that's really needed on these figures to make them stand out. To me, the Gorm is probably the most disappointing of the series. It really should have had some extra detail on it. The Jens is alright, and I think the mechanical design makes it really good for mocks still, despite it lacking some of the detail of the other figures. The staffs can be held by the other figures as well. The stunted proportions of the Jens makes it look like they used the wrong parts from the normal Jens to build it, with the side hands kind of looking like the main ones in the McDonald's promo. Here are all 5 figures side by side with their main release counterparts. You can see that some of them are better representations of the figures than others, but all 5 of them are massive downgrades. You have to understand that these toys were basically free with your Happy Meal, and they're never meant to be a high quality companion to it. However, Bricklink lists them as main sets rather than gear, so if you want to complete your Galidor collection, you will need these 5 figures. The compatibility with the main figures makes them great for mocks, which is great if you can find multiples, and luckily I have. Their color palette is a good representation of all of Galidor, and with them you can make some pretty cool mocks. In the next section, let's have a look at some of the ones I was able to make with these. Ultimately, these Galidor McDonald's promos are a fun, weird part of the theme that not many people talk about, and I've now uploaded full HD catalog images on Bricklink for all of these parts, in an effort to get more fans of Galidor. I hope you're enjoying these sort of videos on my channel. Let me know what else you want to see in the future, and I'd be happy to do some more. Thanks for watching.